Hello everyone, welcome to this week's edition of Telegraph Herald, More Than the Score. I'm your host Steve Ortman. Alongside me this week, Tim O'Neill. It's late August. Tim O'Neill has rejoined us on More Than the Score. Something's in the air. What time is it?
It's football time.
Football time?
Football time.
That's a graphic. That's how you get ready for football season. More explosions. Yeah. Woo! Football season, Tim.
Football season. Yes.
Yes, in honor of the nature boy. Get well soon. Woo! Woo! Football season. Well, this Friday night kicks off in Iowa and Illinois, joining up with Wisconsin, who got things started last Friday night. And if you're looking around the city, the area teams here, Tim, we start with Western Dubuque. This is a team that first season in 4A last season, tied for a district championship. What are the Bobcats looking to do this year to kind of follow up on that?
Well, talking to them, they kind of want to put a little chip back on their shoulder again. They know they're going to be getting a lot of other teams' best shots in the district after getting the district's number 2 seed last year for the playoffs. And so they want to use that as motivation this year. I went out to their practice this week and talked to Freddie Hosh, and this is what he had to say.
The guy's coming back to Western Dubuque from last year. It's first season in Class 4A. Just tell me a little bit about that season and going into this year, knowing that teams are going to be giving you the best shot after what you guys did to them last year.
Yeah, last year we kind of came in as like the underdogs, and then we ended up doing a lot better than even I thought we would, honestly, because we're coming into all the bigger schools, and we ended up kicking some butt. And I think this year a lot of the other teams have a little chip on their shoulder coming for us, so I think we gotta come prepared and ready. And I think we did that by we prepared all off season, and I think we're gonna come out and do well.
Now, of course, we kick things off on Friday night. Great rivalry matchup here to start the season, as the Bobcats are going to be hosting Dubuque Wahlert, a team certainly that's gained some momentum last season as they picked up their first winning season in 5 years.
Yeah, hadn't finished above 500 since Riley McCarron, current Houston Texan player, was quarterback for the Golden Eagles. And so, they got a solid offensive line, a lot of starters coming back at the offensive line, and a two-headed rushing attack led by Kellen Dixon and Colton Bartow. Golden Eagles really like to run the ball under Coach Travis Zajac, and I talked to them last week. Here is what Kellen Dixon has to say about the Golden Eagles season this year.
A lot of talent coming back for Wahlert this year. Starts kind of in the backfield with you and Colton Bartow. What is that two-headed monster going to be like coming out of the backfild this year?
Well, Colton and I have worked really, really hard this offseason, and we're going to try to build off the momentum we had last season. And I think us as a duo is really hard for defenses to go after, because we're both got our things to bring, and it's going to be a good season for us.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. What is it about the two of you? What's different that makes you guys such a dynamic duo?
I would say we both run really, really hard, but I'd say just the style we like to run is a little different, but it works out well for the team.
All right, so what's your style?
More of a north and south type of runner, I would say.
Colton kind of a bruiser?
I say we're both about the same, but yeah, we run a little different.
All right, this team's coming off its first winning season since I believe it was 2011.
Yep.
You guys had made the playoffs the year before that. So how do you guys keep building on that momentum, taking that into this season, and just continuing to build?
Well, our motto for this season was total effort, and I think we've all really bought into that. We're really ready to get after some people and really ready to compete.
All right, finally, what kind of goals and expectations have you guys set for yourselves over the course of the season?
Really, our main goal is to come out, give it all we have for 4 quarters, and just compete. It's our main goal.
Yeah, that should absolutely be a great rivalry matchup on Friday night. You'll have all the coverage on that one. And we kind of turn our attention here to Dubuque Hempstead, as they'll be entering their second season under Coach Mike Hoskins.
Yeah, and they're going to be a little bit different team this year. They had a lot of the same skill position players back for the last 2 years. This year, those guys are gone. They do have returning starters on the offensive line, so that should help a lot. Mike Hoskins, as you may or may not know, prefers to run the ball. He joked with me, you'll never see a five wide receiver set as long as he's with the program. I was out there this week and talked to Will Courtney, wide receiver, and they got a quarterback this year who could throw the ball a little bit more. And here's what Will Courtney had to say about the Mustangs this year.
Tell me a little bit about the Hempstead football team this year. How are you guys gelling in practice? How are you guys filling some of the holes left by graduation from last year?
Well, we got a lot of good chemistry. We're really hardworking. We really want to come out this season and hit people hard and show everybody what we can do.
Hempstead, always known for its ground attack, so what's the offense going to look like this year? Is there going to be a little more passing, or is it still going to be ground and pound like always?
I'm a receiver, so hopefully, we could pass a little bit more. But obviously, we have to be able to run the ball if we want to pass, and I believe we have a pretty good line and some really good halfbacks.
All right, looking at the district race, you guys finished outside the top 2 for the playoffs last year. What do you guys got to do to climb into that mix there in what should be a pretty competitive district this year?
Right, we just got to win those district games. Obviously, senior and West Dubuque, those were some hard losses for us, but we can definitely win against them this year.
Mustangs open the season this Friday night at Davenport North. Now we look ahead to Dubuque Senior, a team that had 3 wins last season, but it appears they have some district title aspirations, Tim.
Yeah, a lot of the area coaches have installed Senior as one of the teams to beat in Class 4A District 6. The Rams have a quarterback back this year, Chaz Hancock. He shared time with Eric Edminster last year, but it's Hancock's job this year. Should give the Rams a little consistency there. And they have a fantastic running back duo with Sam Schnee and Malik Harris. Should give them a little bit of that thunder and lightning duo at the running back position. And Dale Plessel likes what they have on the offensive line. I caught up with Sam Schnee at practice this week, and here's what he has to say about how the Rams are looking this year.
Team's coming together pretty well, working hard at practice. Got some younger players filling in some big roles, and we're excited to see what they can do this year.
You're a guy who's been kind of a focal point of the offense the past 2 years, and I know a lot of high expectations for you coming back this year. So how do you build on your previous 2 years? How do you improve on that?
I'm just looking to pick up where I left off, just keep improving every year. I have good offensive line to run behind, and I'm excited to run behind them this year.
All right, what kind of expectations have you guys set for yourselves?
We don't want to be that mediocre team again. We want to be a team that comes out and teams are ready to play against us, and we're just not like a team that goes 3-6 again.
All right, a lot of people have put you up in the top 3 with Pleasant Valley and North Scott. So how do you guys get into that top spot and make sure that there's no doubt?
We keep practicing hard. We read our assignments, and we just come out here and play hard every game.
Rams open up the season this Friday night at Dalzell Field, hosting Waterloo West. So that is kind of our season look ahead to the big city area teams.
Yeah, it's it's awesome to have football back. Should be an exciting fall, but it always goes way too fast. So just kind of got to live in the moment week to week and enjoy each game as it comes.
Yep, and this opening week 1, all the great matchups here in Iowa. You've got some great area teams playing. Cascade's going to be visiting Maquoketa on Friday night, as well as Clayton Ridge is going to be traveling down to Dyersville to play the Trailblazers. So all kinds of great action. We'll have it covered for you, telegraphherald.com, or in the print edition in Saturday's paper. What else you got to say, Tim? It's football season. Kick back, let it ride, and just enjoy one of the greatest sports to ever be played.
Yes, sir. I couldn't say it any better.
All right. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, just going to sit back.
Enjoy the show. Get your popcorn. Am I right?
Get your popcorn.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Telegraph Herald, More Than the Score. I am your host, Steve Ortman, alongside Tim O'Neill. We'll see you next week.